Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Lawyers by the Noble Litigators. I'm your host and friend Pranav Bhardwaj, and today I will tell you about what all documents you should check before buying any property. So, before beginning, let me put this straight away. The property can be categorized into residential, commercial, or agricultural land. In this episode, we are going to talk about build-up property. There have been many cases whereby the buyers have been duped in purchasing properties with encumbrances. Thus, it gets all the very more important to verify certain documents before buying any property. Let's get started with what are these documents that you need to verify before buying any property. The very first document that you must check is the title deed. This can be attained through a title search and report. Property title search is a process of retrieving the chain of documents which will tell you about the history of the property, to whom and by whom the property has been transferred. It includes a description of the property and names of title holders, joint tenancy, etc. Simply speaking, title is a legal term. It means the ownership right to property. Title of property is the prime concern of everyone at the time of purchasing of a property. Every property has a title, and title act as the evidence of the right of ownership or the ground of right of ownership. This document becomes important if you wish to procure a home loan. Now moving further, you can acquire a property broadly through three methods. First is the sale deed. The person who is selling you the property must have received the property by means of execution of a sale between him and the previous owner. In case if the property is not acquired by means of sale and purchase, it might have been acquired through execution of a gift deed. In that particular case, you will have to ensure whether the gift deed has been duly registered in favor of the present owner or not. And then comes the third kind of deed, which could be called conveyance deed. It is a written contract basically, which relates to sale and purchase of a property that requires the signature of both the parties, and this acts as a legal contract which is enforceable in a court of law and can be produced as an evidence if required. The procedure of conveyance deed is done on a non-judicial stamp paper. After that, it needs to be registered at the registrar's office. Post-registration, the transfer of property moves to a public domain. The government obtains the stamp duty and registration fees as means of revenue. Once all this is done, the entire procedure of conveyance deed is completed. One thing that you must note is that conveyance deed and sale deed are two different things. Let me tell you how. Sale deed also works as a legal document affirming sale and transfer of ownership of the property from seller to the buyer. Then the question arises as to what is the difference between it exactly. Well, conveyance deed is used in a broader term, as in sale deed happens to be a part of the conveyance deed. In the case of sale deed, the transfer of interest forms the integral part, whereas conveyance deed includes sale deed and every other deed involved in transfer of property right. Alright, before moving further, the listeners are also advised not to purchase a property solely on the basis of general power of attorney, because general power of attorney, or as we say it, GPA, is not an instrument of transfer in regard to any right, title or interest in that particular immovable property. GPA only and only authorizes the guarantee to do specific acts on behalf of grantor, and it does not complete any transaction relating to sale and transfer of any immovable property. Now moving to the next kind of document which are required. You must also ask for a receipt of property tax. The receipts of property tax holds that the previous owner or the occupier had paid all the taxes and none have been left as due. They also establish the legal status of the property and therefore serve as an important document of evidence. Then comes the encumbrance certificate. An encumbrance certificate states that the property is free from all encumbrances or loans. It is a key document for procuring a loan against a property from banks. It has all the details about transaction relating to the property. Then comes the completion or the occupancy certificate under RERA. An occupancy certificate or the completion certificate is issued by the municipal corporation or the municipal authorities after the construction of the building has been completed and to establish that it was constructed as per the sanction plan and that it is ready to be occupied. Well, completion certificate is issued when the building is completed, and the occupancy certificate is issued when the utilities like water, electricity or the sewerage facilities have been installed. Apart from this, you should also ask for the statement of bank. If any loan is outstanding on the property that is being purchased, it is rather safe to procure the statements relating to the loan so that there is full disclosure in that regard and there is no hidden liability involved. In case if you are buying a flat, you should also get hold of the sanctioned building plan by the statutory authority. This is to ensure that the buyers are cautious about any deviation from the sanction plan made by the developer. Then comes the conversion certificate. In case if you are buying any land which the seller is claiming to be a converted land, then you should also ask for the conversion certificate. Finally comes the non-objection certificate or the NOCs. It is very important to ask the developer to produce the copies of various NOCs that must have been procured by him from various departments such as Sewage Board, Pollution Board, Environment Department, Traffic and Coordination Department, etc. This forms the intimation of disapproval for the construction of the building. In case if you do not get the NOC, then it might turn out to be troublesome to get the registration of the sale deed, as NOC is the compulsory document for the registration of the sale deed. This was with regard to today's episode. I hope you really liked the show. You were listening to the third season of The Law Years by the Noble Litigators. Today's show was written and presented by Pranav Bhardwaj. If you like the show, then do subscribe and share with your friends and the family members. But until next time we meet, have fun and stay safe.